Hello. For my career, I researched the career of a child life specialist. And so, child life specialists will usually work in a hospital. The hospital that I contacted for this was in Long Beach. It was Children's and Women's Hospital. And over there, they have a team of doctors and nurses that they will work with. They'll interact with children and their families. So, families can either book a child life specialist if they can tell that their child is having some anxiety about the upcoming procedures and things that they have to do, or if a doctor notices that a child is having a hard time handling the situation, they'll call in the child life specialist and they'll come help out the child. Then they specialize in different disciplines. There's ones that will be in cardiology, others will be in surgery, and others will be in outpatient. Just depending on which hospital you're in, there will be different specializations. There will be day and night shifts. Also, depending on the hospital, I heard of some having night shifts and some don't. So it just depends on where you go. And there can also be part-time or full-time child life specialists. Common stressors that I was told about are that it can be difficult to see children suffering from illnesses because they'll see children who have things like cancer or heart problems, just things that are hard for anyone to cope with, and then seeing a child suffer can just make it a little harder. It's easy to take the emotions of the day home with you if you've become attached to your patients, especially if one of your patients passes away, as it happens in hospitals. It can be really devastating your first time as a child life specialist to see a child that you know pass away. And you need to be able to be a rock for the patient and their families because they're coming in and they're worried about what's going to happen, if everything's going to be okay, and you need to be able to reassure them that everything is fine, that they're in the best possible hands. Some of the benefits that you will get through this job: as a part-time employee, you'll get some medical, but it'll still be expensive for you to be covered for that. And as a full-time employee, you will have medical, dental, hearing, visual, and retirement benefits. Common tasks are using age-appropriate language to explain what's going to happen to the patient, especially because if you get a 3-year-old and you tell them the things about surgery, like you're going to get an anesthetic, they're not going to understand it, so you need to put it in language that they'll understand in a way that's not frightening to them, because they're already worried about everything and they're in a strange place and they don't know what's going on. And that's where therapeutic play can come in. Something that I heard some child life specialists will do is use bubbles. So they'll have the masks that you put on for going under initially, and some children are very afraid of those, so they'll take those masks and they'll use them to blow bubbles, and that takes away the scare factor from that mask. And so they'll just use creative things like that to help the children forget about what's scary and just think about fun things and just help them to be happy like that. And so the families are usually very involved in this process as well. So since a lot of these children have conditions that are going to affect their home life, they need to know how to cope with that in the home. And so you teach the family, you teach the siblings things that will help out, because it's not only hard on the patient, it's hard on the families. And so that will help them not only while they're with you, but it helps them on their own. And so another thing you'll do is to distract the child during painful events like getting an IV. And you can think of anything to do with that. I mean, the specialist I talked to really liked bubbles. His kids love bubbles, and so it's just doing anything you can think of to keep the child entertained and distracted. And then you will also give hospital tours to patients and families. And if the patient is going to get surgery or something where they can't go to the room that they're going to be in, you'll show them pictures of the operating room, and you'll go to the recovery room and show them this is where you'll be at the end of it, and mom and dad will be here, and everything's going to be great, kind of thing. And educational requirements currently, you need at least a bachelor's in a related field of study. Marriage and family studies works. And you need 600 hours of internship. And to get an internship, at one internship I was looking at for Salt Lake, you needed 200 hours of experience already. So basically you need 800 hours of experience. And then you need to be certified as a child life specialist, and there is a test for that. For salary, you'll start around $40,000 if you're working full-time. And depending on your experience and education level, like if you have a master's, then you'll be able to make more. You can make around $63,000 a year. The requirements are changing, and soon you'll be required to have a master's degree, but currently you can do it with a bachelor's. So if you want to get on that, then you gotta be quick. And these are my sources. The child life specialist I talked to is Sally Martinez, and she's in Memorial Care Miller Children's and Women's Hospital in Long Beach. And that is my career findings, and thanks for watching.